Woo, woo, woo. All right, all right. Greetings, greetings, everybody. Haki Ammi here, the Honorable One Success Scholar. Thank you for tuning in. Man, you see the title. You see the title. It's 2:15 in the afternoon, Saturday afternoon. So wanted to just come to you really, really fast. A lot of great things are going on, but you see the title. I wanted to drop this real fast. I'm actually heading to a play at Coppin State in a couple minutes. Let me see the name of this play. Yeah. Let me see. It's called Colored Museum. Oh, the Colored Museum. So looking forward to that. Shout out to Coppin for having the NATSE conference, National Association of Drama and Speech conference with many powerful HBCUs. I appreciate that. And a shout out just 2 nights ago, I was in DC at the Arc in Southeast DC for the play, the theater production on Shirley Chisholm. So that was really good. So it's good to see a lot of black uh, produced theater that was civilized and classy, not like Medea and Throw Mama from the Train or whatever these other theater productions are going on. But as you see in the title, a lot of things have been going on in Maryland. But before that, let me do this commercial coming up uh, Tuesday at Coppin as well is the panel discussion for candidates, a candidates forum. It's going to be Tuesday at 6, I believe, at Coppin State. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it is. 6:15, April the 26th, 2000. April 26th, and that should be this Tuesday. Rashawn Baker, John Byrne, Peter Francho, Doug Gasler, Wes Moore, and Tom Perez. That's who will be at Coppin at 6:15. Economic Empowerment Gubernatorial Candidate Forum. So Kelly Swoop will host that. She's a news anchor on what station? No, I saw her name before. WMAR news anchor. So check that out. But I'm not going to be long because I got to get going in like 15 minutes so I can get 10, maybe 15, so I can get going, so I can get down to Coppin State here. But as you see in the title, I said more Wes Moore, Daren Muhammad, Clout chasing Moore family, and Mallory Taylor Green. Now, uh, what can I say? So, for those that are in Maryland, definitely in the Baltimore area, you've heard the reports about Wes Moore not being born in Baltimore. Uh, I didn't read. I do have his book. I didn't read all the way through it and remember all the details. I mean, I've seen Wes Moore at some events. Fortunately, Senator Shirley Nathan Pulliam, who many of you know, you all should go and see her. She's doing better. She's doing better. She's walking. So please reach out to our distinguished Senator Shirley Nathan Pulliam. Please consider reaching out to her. So, um, yes, so she's getting up there in age, but she's still moving, still going strong. But so, with that being said, so Darren Muhammad I ain't gonna say allegedly, apparently, is a family member to the Moore family. Now, to the other Moore family, and this is like his Christmas to be on Fox News. A black man, Muslim, with a name like Dur Muhammad, who has for the longest time been wanting to be on Fox News as a regular commentator. That's been his dream job since he was a little, and now he's still little guy. So he's very enthusiastic, and he's been jubilant. He's celebrating his arrival in life, his ultimate goal to be on Fox News, to go from a black Muslim radical to a, as you see in the title, Mallory Taylor Greene, toting Second Amendment, Trump supporting advocate, conservative, whatever you want to consider yourself, just because the Nation of Islam got rid of you, and now you have to find some support. Looks like what, for instance, what young Pharaoh did as well. So, with that being said, um, yes, I'm saying the family is clout chasing. And let me just give you this example. Many people may not know, and let me find that clip. Uh, let me find a clip of, many people may not know this because they didn't put it on the news. But when Congressman Elijah Cummings died, transition, uh, I went down to his. I mean, I went down to his in front of his office. Here it is. Here's the clip, and let me pull it up so you all can see it. And this got national news and international. I mean, I got calls from people from all over the country, people who knew me from different places. So, but many people may not know that after that, when people saw what was going on and they saw me on television, here comes Kenny Ebron, Daren Muhammad's brother, coming down to hate on Elijah Cummings. So let me play this. Hopefully you can see it. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me skip this ad.
Yes, Congressman Elijah Cummings was the Dr. Martin Luther King for us here in Baltimore as a lifelong resident. I saw him speak at the Masonic Lodge as a 18, and his thunderous message was inspirational for civic engagement, and he was compassionate and considerate, and he meant a lot to us in the city of Baltimore. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, just really being a fighter. That was his message.
That was his message.
As long as I can remember.
Just
standing up, and really just bringing others to the table, and understanding his evolution from a young to adult. I saw the wisdom and how he dealt with people over the years, and understanding the bigger picture than even what we had in Baltimore. So I learned from his message, from what and how we need to move forward.
Has he changed maybe how you rate it?
Well, certainly, yes.
I
believe, I think about his message that it still resonates with me, just hearing what he stood for early as an adult, and seeing him, go through his experiences now or previous.
Okay, you got the point. I ain't gonna play all that. It was just a 2-minute clip, but so pretty much, so Kenny Ebron, Daren Muhammad's brother, came down to there after he saw what was going on, and he tried to turn it into a discussion about policy and politics. He was on his Mallory Taylor Greene kick, right? Now, I want you all, and I was up watching this last night. Like this is crazy. You got a black man, Daren Muhammad, that spouts Mallory Taylor Greene constantly, a QAnon nut job, whack job. And I'm just sitting here like, none of these black people in Baltimore got any intellectual, political, revolutionary sophistication to even recognize what the limitations of this Black conservative movement represents, or I don't even know if he considers himself a Black conservative. But I do recognize, for instance, that the Nation of Islam do spout a little bit of that, type of QAnon philosophy. But with that being said, uh, so Daren Muhammad, although he has this problem with Wes Moore, no one is asking the question like, well, where were you? The Nation of Islam apparently sent him to Delaware, and he, for instance, left his nephew to the streets of Baltimore. So he's like one of these old women, and some of these old men at these community association meetings, which many of us need to go to and participate in, even though sometimes it's boring and you know. But he like one of them people that don't take care of their own family first and foremost, that will allow for their nieces and nephews to run ragged and crazy out here in the streets, robbing liquor stores, busting caps at police officers, and not just busting a cap, but like actually killing them. So now, granted, he may have turned his life around or whatever, but hell, he was an adult. He wasn't some young man that did this. So I'm asking a question of where were you when you had the opportunity to be in the life of your nephew? Now, I lost a younger cousin in the streets of Baltimore. And I feel a certain way, I do. I mean, although he was a little distant from me, but as we grew up, he was a little bit younger than me, but he was a star athlete at Walbrook High School, the Sprues. Oh man, um, I'm thinking about K. Oh man, not Anthony. Oh my gosh, what is my? It's slipping my mind. It's a brother too. Oh my gosh, man! But they were like my stepfather's uh, brother's children. So, but look up Walbrook High School superstar or basketball star killed in Baltimore. So just to put it in perspective, Sproul was his last name. Sorry, I'm yeah, getting his name. But um, suffice to say, I wanted to ask this question of where, for instance, is was Daren Muhammad in Delaware, but why did you not come back to be when you're with your nephew to get them off the ground? If it means that much to you to go on Fox News and to desecrate and destroy another black man, I mean, whether there may have been certain things that could have been communicated differently. There could have been some things communicated at a proper time. But I went on, and some people thought I was dissing Westmore. I was just explaining how, even for instance, the book that I co-authored, how when as we were going through the editing process, and I was working on my marketing video for it, that individuals, the editor, I mean, when I sort of said something in reference to the streets, they took it out of context and made it seem like that I was talking about like that I was living in the projects or I was living around shambles. And my sister I was with at that time, my queen at that time, she was like, "Don't let your mother see this." What I'm saying, like saying that I wasn't raised like that. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand that sometimes people, editors, they take their editorial privilege to paint a picture within themselves. And I'm not going to get too far into all of the details, but of what, for instance, what I'm sorry, the story that they've been painting on this. But I just wanted to, put some little pieces out there, and also I will add this because many people are quoting, they uplifting the Nation of Islam, saying that they need to be walking the streets. First, I'm going to say they need, some of them need to be evaluated, just like you want police to be evaluated. I'm going to say some of them going to have to be evaluated. I'll give you this example. As well as trained. Nuri Muhammad, who was just in Baltimore, he's a high up person within the Nation of Islam. He goes and speaks in different places. But as he was on Vlad TV, you all can look up Vlad. Many people know about. He's a white guy, but he interviewed Nuri Muhammad, and they were talking about when they were walking the streets of Indianapolis, and he got into a fight slash, he was triple teamed or something like that, and he had a cut on his head from here to here or something, he said. And he said he was like really injured really bad in the hospital for some days or something to that effect. And my thoughts were, you need some street sense. You needed some street guidance and balance in terms of knowing how to survive out here, right? And that takes, some level of experience and training. He was out there 20 years old or something like that, probably like young and full of, built up energy to protect the community and protect the black woman. But and I know it's worse now with these different types of narcotics. And I don't want to go that far into that, but I wanted to deal with that because honestly, when we look back, at the Moore uh, situation and how people feel like they have to do crime, commit crimes to make money in this capitalist society, ultimately, many of them don't really need to commit as much crime as they do in order to survive. I saw this on the streets. Uh, Many people, even people who are dealing drugs to take care of their family, and they were trying to go into entrepreneurship or something like that, or they were, many of them didn't go hard with it. But why are you robbing a jewelry store? That's the question. Like, what? So you can like put it on. Maybe you're gonna sell it to some, I don't know. But it's just like, see where poor consciousness will create an avalanche full of negative effects. So now you got a family, two families that are hurt and injured and killed because you wanted to rob and get away. So I don't know. Some people feel like it's that's reparations, and some people feel like, yeah, we got to do what we got to do. I mean, if that's how some people want to get by, I don't think that's responsible. That's not responsible leadership to just tell people do what you got to do, and that means anything, robbing, stealing. I mean, yeah, and I know this, that historically, for instance, in some of the mosque, many, for instance, have been taught to do whatever they need to do to get the money for selling their final calls or something like that. So, and you all can go and look up Black Mafia Family Philadelphia and look at those connections. And the same thing that people are talking about, same safe streets, is the same similar situation that was going on within some of the chapters of the Nation of Islam. And it got a little more heated, with those in Philadelphia. They built a little criminal enterprise underneath the mosque or inside throughout the mosque. So I mean, no, I wasn't around to authenticate it, but I read it in a book and I read some other collaborating stories about it. And you could look up something about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and one of the imams, they had some like little beef or something going on as well. So I'm not going to bore you all with this, but I wanted to hit on this Mallory Taylor Greene thing as well, because she's the puppeteer for Durham Muhammad in Baltimore, and I think that go back and look through her hearing. She's running, trying to get on a ballot for reelection, but they blocking her. Oh my gosh, she was on there talking about 1776 and we not going to do this peacefully. And then she got on there. I don't know if I tweeted this. I don't know if I retweeted that. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like when they said that Nancy Pelosi deserves a bullet in the head or something like. I don't know if I like that. Somebody was managing my. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God! The whole time, everything she was saying, I don't know. Although she talking about guns, don't let them take our guns, and it's 1776. They were asking her about the crown, the British crown, and the breakdowns of the American Revolution, and when she said the day before that this gonna be our 1776 or we got to take it back by, I don't know if she said by any means or something. She was saying all kind of revolutionary overthrow the government type of discussions, and I'm just like, you got people that listen to her out of listening to someone like Dr. Francis Cress Welsing or Shada Shakur's or some of the other black Angela Davis, I don't know, Dr. Julia Hare, man, hell, Shirley Chisholm, that's on this uh, campaign, this play that was in DC. So that's all I wanted to get out, y'all. So I don't have much to add to the conversation, but I just think that now they finally arrived. They finally got some shine on Fox News. The Moors and the Ebrons finally got their shine in Fox News, so now they can live it up. They can live up their ultimate goals to be uh, you know, QAnon followers or whatever their goal in life was to become. So that's all I wanted to say, y'all. Holla at the Success Scholar till we free BB48. We out.